if we think about high impact spending, that means therefore that charitable giving is going to be top on the list. And by high impact spending, what I'm going for here is to say, like, okay, if you're somebody who has had trouble spending in the past, I'm like, you need to spend more. Again, this isn't like YOLO. This is not like just start indiscriminately spending on things, because that is not necessarily going to make you happier. But we have a lot of good research on what does make people happier. What kind of spending is actually connected to people feeling really satisfied and good about that use of money? And charitable giving is number one on the list. Links to that, personal gifts. And I would include in here pre-inheritance. I've been having a lot of conversations with clients who are kind of very financially stable themselves. They're really well set up for retirement. They're likely to have substantial assets left over. And at that point, it can be worth thinking about, well, if you have friends, family, or charitable organizations for that matter, that you imagine leaving inheritance to in the will, what about gifting some of that now? If we can have you be on track for all the things you want to be able to cover and still have money left over, what about making some of these gifts now? In the philanthropic world, this is perhaps somewhat coarsely referred to as giving with a warm hand, right? Give the gift now while you get to enjoy and see the impact. Also give the gift while it is most meaningful to that person. Because inheritances, people often receive, the average age is somewhere in the 50s. A significant portion of people receive an inheritance after age 60. And, for some people that make their retirement secure, but a lot of people are already financially stable at that point. What if you could give a gift to somebody who's in their 30s, maybe, and struggling to kind of build a foundation, buy a home, raise kids, start their retirement nest egg, might be able to have a much bigger impact then. What are some other high impact areas of spending? One is removing pain or inconvenience. So is there something, again, this could be in your life or in somebody else's life. There's a great saying that, any problem that can be solved with money is not a real problem. Not even a problem, because the real problems in life, are the things that money can't fix for you. So if you've got a problem that money could solve, thank your lucky stars and write that check. Or if you can use those money to solve somebody else's problem. I once read a great blog post. I think the Happy Philosopher was the name of the blogger, and they're no longer active, but they described, imagine your house is full of alligators and kittens, i.e. things that bring you joy, the kittens, and things that cause you pain, the alligators. Like, doesn't make sense to add kittens. Really, the first thing you should go for is trying to get rid of the alligators, right? So what are ways you could do that? Are there chores that you detest that you could outsource? Is this cleaning or yard work? And some people enjoy those things, and maybe there'll be other times in your life when you'll want to put the time into them, but you might be in a period of your life where it's a huge, huge value add to have that off your plate. So buying your time back could be really valuable. Another high impact area, I'm sure you've heard about this because it's been in the news a lot lately, but experiences versus things, right? The value of experiences, especially experiences with loved ones, because of all those memory dividends that they produce. And hey, if you've got deep pockets and can be the one who pays for a trip with friends or extended family, or pays to take somebody out to dinner or out to coffee, right? What a lovely gift. And I know there's all sorts of, interpersonal complications with that, and you might feel awkward about it. Talk it through with your advisor. There's ways to structure that so that everybody gets to really enjoy and treasure that time. Now, with that focus on experience, things have gotten short shrift. Sometimes it is high impact to buy things. So the shiny baubles and trinkets that are going to get tossed in a closet and never looked at again, no, not really high value. But buying things that enable experiences can be very high impact spending. That could be gear that enable you to engage in an experience you love, like buying a kayak. It's my personal one of those. Also buying things that you're going to use every day, so it could be something like maybe it's a kitchen, you've got arthritis and it's a kitchen gadget that makes it a little bit easier to work in the kitchen. Lovely, removes pain and improves daily use.